Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harmonic Heart. We're a music blog dedicated to showcasing musicians' stories and talent. I'm your host, Chris Mallett. I'm excited and grateful to have a talented, versatile hip hop artist from Miami, Florida here for an interview. Welcome, Lil Yellow.
Hey, thank you. I like that. Hey, how y'all doing? Appreciate being here, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
feel like I'm on like a night podcast, bro.
That's true. We got the vibes, the night vibes right now.
Yeah, bro, like a Joe Rogan podcast, man.
Dang, official out here. Official. I like that. I like that. So yeah, man. So Lil Yellow released his debut EP, I Got Things to Do, in 2018, and his most recent EP, Freshman, in January 2020. Lil Yellow not only raps versatile flows, but also has a rich, raspy singing voice. Often rapping about being himself and pursuing his dreams, Lil Yellow is skillful at conveying upbeat energy of excitement through his music. So yeah, man, I'm excited to chop it up and, learn more
You
about.
went deep with the 2018 EP. Yeah, you went deep with that one because I nobody ever like goes that far.
Oh
Like
no.
they just go to whatever on like Spotify or whatever. They don't go to SoundCloud. That's what I do for artists. Like when I'm like researching artists, I love to go like, okay, what did they sound like before like everybody knew this guy? Like I want to hear like like not to say they were garbage, but I want to hear like where was J. Cole at in like '06,
True.
man.
Right. Yeah, for real. Yeah, J. Cole, like I did that with Drake too and Kendrick, like going back to those like first,
Yeah, the
mixtapes.
Kendrick EP. Yeah, I went like
Yeah.
all the way back, and now I'm like disappointed because it's like I can't listen to any new Kendrick stuff because I went all the way back. So
Right.
it's like, dang.
Man, yeah, that the potent, rhymes and music and everything.
Right.
Man, that's cool. Yeah, because yeah, I did initially listen to Freshman, but you started out by saying, "Oh, this is number two." So I was like, "Oh, what was the first one?" So then I went and searched. Yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, we can start with, just like quarantine and like how that's affected your workflow, like how things have been going and stuff with quarantine
Um,
and the pandemic.
Quarantine actually, from some ways, it's a terrible thing that's going on right now, but it helped me a lot in
Hmm.
terms of just like freedom,
Right.
because it got to a point where I just didn't want to be in school, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to be there at one point. I was just going through some stuff at that time, like a breakup and all this stuff, and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be there. So I
Yeah.
was like, man, once I got in that position, I was just making music. And even when I had to like, I think go back to like class, it was just online. So I was like, oh, this piece of cake. I just sit down and like go and listen, and then get on my phone and write like stuff. And I was really like writing songs and recording as much as I could in that point. So that point, like that time, like it really helped me. But then it was like, because we're all thinking in our heads like, oh, okay, May, we're gonna be done.
Right.
June,
Yeah.
we're gonna be done.
Hmm.
So then, and I was like, I had all these videos in mind, so I was like, oh, all right, no problem. And then I realized, oh, this ain't going away. Like this, this
I
is here to
know. Like,
stay.
oh,
Yeah, this is here to
it's
stay.
been
So
6 months already or whatever, more than that
far
now.
as yeah, man, and it's crazy. So far as like music videos, that's where it hurt me. Money, it hurt me too because I was gonna like do all this cool stuff. So
Mm.
I was like, oh shoot. So I was losing. The bad thing was happening. I was losing money, but I got like a roof over my head, so I wasn't really like worrying. But I was losing money because I paid for Groove, thinking, oh, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get this money back. Didn't
Mm.
get this money back till like June almost because that's when I started working again. So as far as a music video perspective, like I had to like fall back. I was like, oh shoot, I
Mm.
can't really do this and that.
Yeah.
I became a lot more like independent on myself. Like I couldn't use outside forces
Mm.
anymore at that point. I had to like mix and do all these other things. And then I did like a freestyle series in May. So it was fun, but it was also like extremely like exhaustive at one point because then I was doing too much because I had
Uh,
too much, and I ended up having like a little too much time on my hands. So I just like, oh, I'm gonna do everything.
that's real. There's a lot you mentioned in there I want to, get into. Um, hmm. Yeah, I know, like, for example, yeah, because your videos are really on point, that I noticed, with
Appreciate
Groove
it.
and Rendezvous as well. So I was, so kind of what plans were you saying, like in terms of like marketing them, or like your plans for them, or like just doing more videos was your plan? Like
Yeah,
how did
kind
it?
of like kind of both.
Mm,
It was really where, because I'm still in the process of really, like, I know how to market myself, but putting money into that market and understanding, okay, this is the niche, and going through that. And like songs like Rendezvous and Grooves are the songs that I really enjoy making. But with those type of videos, they cost money. Like Rendezvous was cheaper than Groove, but Groove was like worth the money. It was like, oh shoot, okay, this was worth it.
mm,
And you realize that, but then it's like you're making those kind of you want to do more, because then you realize, oh shoot, it brings people in. People actually enjoy that quality. So I had no intention of like, because I have my own camera, I edit myself, but in a music video sense, I'm not finna like put that pressure on me. Like even though I'm able to do that, I could do that with a
mhm,
nice camera, but it's like
mhm.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna put that pressure on me, and that's
Yeah.
it's just really expensive and
Hmm.
time consuming to do. But it was something I want to do more of, and I have more plans to do it. It's just now it's like, okay, let me just make sure next year I have them all like ready to go.
I feel that. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about focusing in on, you talked about like mixing and you do your own editing of your videos. I know for me, yeah, I like to focus more on like my music and then leave, like if I were going to do a video, to leave that to someone else. So that's like, people
Right.
you hire. I did notice even, with your like your content on Instagram, you'll do, well, you did the freestyles, but then you also do like different topics, like, don't listen to people's opinions, and um, there's just some other like topics you like hit on as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
Um, so you do those types of content yourself?
Yeah, I had to come up with that because I noticed that, especially because of this time, I was like, oh shoot, I have to come up with different stuff because people are gonna get bored of me. So, because I'm just like, I can't always just talk about rap. It's just, it
Mm.
can't. It's not. People aren't gonna process it. It's like, oh, he's talking about music all the time. Like we don't care. So it's like I have to get people like, oh, because I'm gonna be honest, like I rap, like I make music half the time. If I'm not making music, I'm at work,
Mhm.
school, like small percentage, and then I'm probably doing something. Especially since this happened, it's really not much I can really do. So I'm really
Mm.
just all my time's put into that. So I really just I know a good amount of, not saying I have a lot of like life experience, but I try to like, okay, what have I learned like during my life? Okay, let me just put these and implement these. And I've seen other artists do that as well. And I try to look at other artists. I'm like, okay, if they do that, I gotta, hop on that too as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah, who are some of your influences?
I have a lot, but like far as like where I'm trying to go to that like Anderson Paak, Mac Miller. Man, I can't remember because there's so many. Cause I have them in my phone of like artists that I try to like shoot at when I like make
Mhm.
certain songs.
Yeah.
But it's definitely in that realm of like artists like the Internet,
Mm.
um, Tandra. I don't know if
Oh,
I said his name right.
yeah, I don't know.
And
That's
that and that and that realm, I try to get into more like that alternate rap like lane
mm.
for me.
Mm.
Oh, and Chance,
Okay.
dang, bro, there's so many. Like,
Yeah, and then I think we connected because maybe you like
oh yeah,
follow,
Code the Friend, yeah, yeah,
like Coda the friend. Um, yeah, we talked about Kendrick and J. Cole and Drake and them too. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, how did you get into making music?
It was something I always like started doing for a while. Like, not always doing, but I was always listening to music. I was always like heard it around me. And oh yeah, and Kanye too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like who doesn't like old Kanye? But
Right.
it was just, as far as like rapping, it was just something where it was just like it's a kind of a long story. I don't know
Mm.
how I can like shorten it, but it's basically like at one point I was like in school, I was doing like dental assistant stuff, and I was like if I can put this much time into like studying and like reading and all this stuff, I can put that much time into like what I really want to do. So that's where it was like, I'm gonna try to do this instead.
Wow. Wow.
But it was, and also too, like, it was just, I wanted to do it. Like I was always like interested in doing it, but it's like at the same time, it was like, should I really like do this? I don't know.
Interesting, man. Yeah, like it comes through in your music. One of the themes you talk about a lot is this idea. Let me see, I took a note here. Yeah, so on Freshman, there's a track Where Your Head At, and you talk about feeling trapped in school and not being able to devote more time to your passion. And yeah, so kind of how is it juggling, responsibilities or things you have to get done, and then also pursuing music?
To be honest, like college is like way like easier for me than high school was, bro. Like high school was like, it's my senior and junior years, like when I learned that, oh, I have to really pick up a book and study. So during that time, I wasn't really taking it like the music stuff too serious. I used to just like play basketball all the time. But when it was like a point where I was doing my demo stuff, where I was like, if I had more time, I would like really be doing this stuff and really be pursuing it, because I had like a job doing like almost doing this stuff at one point, like assistant job. And I was like writing little stuff like on my phone, and I was like having little memos and stuff like that. So it was basically off the sense of like, when I wrote that, it was like me being in there and like me really not wanting to be there, me like feeling like trapped, because it got to a point, especially my senior year of school, like I was like, I didn't like feel like everybody was having fun and I was like always studying, dog. Like I was like, and even when like me and my friends like started to do this, like around the end of senior year, like I remember like it was like, bro, we like we would try to like set up equipment in like somebody's like classroom if the teacher would let us, and then they was like, bro, you gotta do this dual enrollment class, bro. Like what you doing? Get out, bro. Let's go and do that. I'm like, yo, I gotta study, bro. Like, and I was doing that a lot, like in my end of the year. So that's how I felt during that time. Like, but I was like also like messing up a lot. Like I was like trying to juggle this, juggle that, and I was like I was failing one class because of that. So I was like, oh man, like this is crazy. I might as well just like stick to what I really want to do, bro.
Oh man. And then I'm gonna go back to the first song on your debut project, your debut EP, and I like you kind of ended with a skit, kind of like personifying negative thoughts that are kind of telling you to go this traditional route. So how do you block out like negative thoughts or like other people's opinions, like of telling you to go a particular way?
It's hard. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I've gained more courage to just be like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Like, because to be honest, to be honest, like in the my early in my age, like honestly, I was like, I wasn't like, I didn't need people's opinions, but I was always like, oh, what if they think this, or what if they. I got to like, you start releasing music, you start to realize, why should I care? Like even like in the beginning, like my first EP, it's not that good. I'll be the first one to say it. It's not. There's a lot of mistakes in there. It's very like designed correctly. Like it's very like intentional, but it's a lot of errors in there. But for me, like I just stopped like having like to listen to it, because you start to realize that most people talk, but it's the intention of they're just saying it because they won't do it themselves, or they don't believe you can do it because you're gonna try it. And it's not even about like my thing, just to get a little deeper into it, it's not about I have to get the trophy. It's more so that, okay, if I can get to a certain point, where can I get my kids to? That's kind of my thought process in life now. It's like, if I can like get here, but damn, I couldn't get here. I'm like, oh, well, if I have kids, I'm like, oh shoot, well, I know how to get here. I can get you to here because I've been like here. So that's how I think. Like life isn't about always like I have to success, I gotta make it and all this other stuff. Like yes, you want to get there. Of course I want to get there, but it's also about like having that experience and having that life of something you wanted to do. I don't want to live my 20s where it's like, oh, I just chased hoes all day, man. Like that's all that's all I did. Like
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to live that life. So that's how I like stop, because you start realizing that people think like backwards. Like everybody's thinking like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It's like, bro, well, how is that gonna help you? Are you even happy, bro? Like
Yeah.
you're not.
Right.
Like so,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
not. So it's like what are we doing, bro? At the end of
Mhm.
the day. So it's like I always have your head on straight. Like always do like, okay, even if you want to chase this dream that people may think not real, yeah, go to college, do what you got to do to provide for yourself and your responsibilities, of course. But like, don't give up on like what you really want because oh, you gotta have this lifestyle that doesn't exist. We don't live in the same world, and so it's like I didn't really understand that, especially when I had my like first job. I started to realize like this is a career and people are unhappy. Like,
Mhm.
like what am I doing here where people are saying this is the job you need to have and I'm here and people are unhappy with that job.
Right. Right. Man, yeah, I relate to a lot of that. Yeah, I mean, of course, definitely, just, other people's opinions, they can influence us, or even just, hearing them, we can take them in. But yeah, like you're
Right.
saying, in terms of, you know, they have their reasonings, and it oftentimes is just, them projecting, their own selves, or their own perceptions of themselves and the world. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And sometimes I know, like, well, Gary Vee, he talks a lot about, like, sometimes people really care about you and they have this idea of what they, or like the way your life should go. But then once you kind of show them you're able to live the life you want in your own way, then it's like, oh, well, yeah, then of course, like, but I
Yeah,
also
that's
think a
true.
lot about, yeah, like what I'm doing for like my kids and grandkids as well. So I've like kind of grown up with that mentality, and it wasn't until like later that I realized, oh, like other people don't think that way. Like, why wouldn't you think that way? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You have that mentality. Um, Man, yeah, when I listened, like I said, first I listened to Freshman, and then I listened to the first one, and then I noticed you are skilled at essentially, yeah, like just putting projects together, like the sequencing and like song choice and stuff like that. So I was
I
just curious,
appreciate
like,
that.
your process or your approach to like putting like those like projects together.
Honestly, it's like because of like Kendrick, Lupe, like and listening to albums while like teachers are teaching in high school has taught me like that. Like thank you. Like I really appreciate that because I want to do so much more with that, like sequencing albums and stuff because I feel like EP, like my thing is that I know people say don't put out projects in this. When I put it out personally, I understand like I want to focus more on singles, especially like next year. But like for me, it's like I want people to feel like they're in like a movie or episode of my life or in some type of format where it's like, okay, you get this intro, it feels like an intro. Now you get this other song, and this is the way I try to do it. You get this other song that describes me a little more. Now you're gonna get into what I go through in life. Like you'll get a song like Freshman where it's like I'm a rap. I'm just gonna rap straight through. Then you get a song like Soulful where it's like it's more fun, but it feels like you're getting to know me a little more. Hello is kind of like good morning. You're waking up. Then you get into Someday. It's cool. You see that girl like it's kind of like a day in high school. You see that girl you like. Then Rendezvous is like you go on that date with that person. That's what like freshman year of high school was like for me. So it's like a lot of it's a lot of things that I do with that where it was like I wanted to make it so like how I felt when I was a freshman in high school, also being a freshman with the rap and
Mm.
combine that and make that into like something. So I really am big on that because it's like there's no point personally to make an EP or project if you're not going to like sequence it and do something to where people understand what you're trying to do. Like, what was the purpose of that? I think a lot of people, and that's no offense to anybody, I think a lot of people say, yeah, I'm making an album, bro. Like, people, like, and it's like, bro, what are you trying to do with it? You trying to do, nah, bro, I'm making an album. And it's like, that's my thing. Because I grew up, like, not even grew up. I just I love like hearing like Kanye's like College Dropout. Like I love College Dropout and having like the little Bernie Mac stuff in there and like I love that stuff, bro. Like I live for like skits and like all that. So I
Yeah.
love doing stuff like that. It's fun to me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And then even yeah, Kanye too, like from like the songwriting production style of it, of like even like Hey Mama, where he's like, Hey Mama, I want to scream so loud for you. And then you hear like the and it's like a
All right.
scream, that type of thing. I love that. Wow, wow. Um, okay. Yeah, no, I get that for sure. Yeah, because like yeah, your projects they have like, a concept. And the individual
Right.
songs,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
love concept albums. I'm so like big on those, man. Like I love like To Pimp a Butterfly. I don't know if Logic, when he did Incredible True Story.
all right,
Like I
yeah.
love like the whole like I just love like when artists do that because then it's like it gives me a reason to be more like into the project. Like
You're
I just
right,
love
yeah.
like I love yeah
Hmm.
because
And
just
yeah,
like a bunch of songs to me is just like what we doing.
right. And into the project as a whole, like as the whole narrative, like what is the overall message that, the artist wants to convey to you?
Right, right. What is
Yeah.
your favorite like concept album?
Ooh, that's a great question. What comes to mind is Good Kid, Mad City, just, off
Yeah, I was
yeah.
thinking that one too. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a great one. Because, all the skits and the narratives and things in there. That was really great. Mm. I'd have to sit with it a little more because I feel like there's, others too. But that one I just
yeah,
thought was so well done. And like how you were saying, like with a TV show or like, or like a movie, like I just felt like I was in the car, like in the back seat with them riding,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going through and stuff. So yeah, that one is great. I'd have to think about it a little more. I feel like might have been like an easy answer, like an obvious one, but yeah.
No, no, it's still great because that's what got me like really into concept. Because when I heard it, you're praying. Now you're like, what's going on? They
Right.
going like then it's into Shireen and it's like, oh, who's Shireen? And it does all these things. And it's like, damn, like you want to still be there, and it's like, wait, what? Did Kendrick did he get his ass whooped? Like what happened, bro? Like you want to
Yeah.
know? So it's like I loved it, bro. Like I love when he does that.
Yeah. What is your like process of writing? Like, does it like do you get the beat and then you like freestyle it, or do you like just write a bunch and then like then you find a beat and then add what you wrote to the beat? Like how do you usually go about it?
It's like different things of everything. Like sometimes it'll be an experience. A lot of things because how the way I've figured out music works is you'll write a song and that song ain't coming out until next year
Mm,
because you got to do so much else. And if you really believe in that song and if you have other stuff planned, it's not coming out. But I have a like it depends because sometimes I write certain topics and I don't get like I'm not like this guy who could just call up producers and be like, yo, give me that beat.
mm,
So sometimes I have little topics. I'm like, damn, this would go good, but I need that kind of beat. So if I hear a certain beat, I'm like, oh shoot, now I can write about that topic. But sometimes for me, I can hear a beat and I try to just like go with the flow. I don't try to be too like complex. I just try to write because sometimes that's the best thing like for me. Like okay, let me just write or I'll have like the albums are like the mixtape EPs type stuff in my head already. So I'm like, these are the topics I need to complete this project. So I like when I made like the freshman EP, I was like, I need like a love song. I need this one song. I need this at the I need like the credit song that's gonna roll out. Like Groove is like a credit like song. Like that's how I think in my head. Like I think of it like a movie. So if I'm writing just like free writing, that's what I've been doing lately. I just wherever I feel, I just write to it. Even if it's like, because sometimes I just write like real like singy R&B type stuff.
mhm. I see. Yeah, because that makes sense in terms of like if you have like the concept for the project and then like fitting it in with that concept, and then when you're just kind of writing, it's interesting because then kind of like your subconscious can come out in your writing, and then you can kind of say what your subconscious wants to say, but you're kind of discovering it as you go type thing. So I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm. Um, I meant to ask you, your name, Lil Yellow. Like, how did that come to be?
It was a joke at
Oh yeah.
first, to be honest. It was first like Lil Yellow, because my like me and my brother, we always like making jokes with each other. So he was like he used to just call me, oh, you're a yellow boy, or whatever. And then I remember I was just playing with the rap stuff. I always used to play around. Like if you ask anybody in like high school, because I was mostly known for like playing basketball and stuff. So I used to always just tell people, oh, I got a mixtape. I got a mixtape. And people just used to play around with that a lot. And then one time I just made like a SoundCloud in like 2016, and I put little like yellow with an A, like YELLA.
Hmm.
And I was just playing around, and then I was like, you know what, instead of yellow, I'm just gonna put yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like just a joke at first. For me, like I just kept telling people, oh, I'm a rapper, I'm a rap, I'm a rap. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna take this serious now.
I see, I see. And then you went to saying like it's all yellow everything, like you said.
Yeah, no, because I noticed that like every rapper has their thing. Like 50 Cent had the bulletproof vest, Hobson, he has the eyes,
Hmm.
Eminem, he has the blonde hair, Anderson .Paak, he got the little beanie and like the teeth and all that. So you realize, oh shoot, everybody has this thing, this style to themselves. Okay, I'm gonna wear yellow. Like even when I did the interview, I didn't even know if I had any yellow clothes on in the cloud. Like okay, just gonna put this on, have it there.
Yeah,
So
see.
I was just like it was like let me just wear yellow, and then the lemon thing came about where it was just like I was just trying different things when I was on Instagram. I was like, let me just put this lemon, see if it works. And then my friend kept telling me like, yo, bro, do that again. Like,
Oh
do
man.
another one. Like, yo, but that lemon stuff is gonna work. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? And then I just kept doing this because it was yellow. So I'm like, all right, I'll just put the
Right.
lemon in there. And then I ended up, people started like putting like comments in the lemons. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, I
Oh,
keep it.
yeah, that's like no, that makes a lot of sense. And then that's, something tangible for people to latch onto.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about like do you have like a crew or like a group of people that you kind of make music with or that you kind of go around with?
Um, it's kind of weird because I did, and then I don't at the same time, to be like honest.
Mhm.
Like when I first started, it was like me. Like I'm still all cool with them. But, like we just had to do our own things because we all got different kind of style. Like my one friend I know, one friend that I met during this music stuff, he has like a solid creator kind of sound.
Mhm.
But like we made songs. I don't know if you heard Oxcord. Like he's in both of like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
like groovy
Mhm.
tracks. Like Oxcord, he's in Oxcord. He's in Groove actually too. He's in the background because
Okay.
I usually like he was like the first person I'll show my music to, and I was
Mm.
showing him Groove, and he was just like, oh, let me see something. It be that good. I was like, oh shoot, okay, go ahead, do that. So he's like really been like an influence to me because he was doing this way before me. And then I
Mm.
have another friend, like he's been doing this like with me. Like we've been at it for a while now, and he got his own kind of style himself. He has his own kind of like Juice World kind of vibes to himself. But like we all started like rapping together. I don't know if you're like maybe Slave to the Grind if you went that deep.
I don't think I heard that one. No, no.
Yeah, because it was like we called each other like Two Tech. It
Oh,
was like for a short run. It was like maybe 6 months. But then we ended up like just all doing our own thing. We always talk about, oh, we need to do it again because like when we made, just to go a little like back, like
yeah, man.
not to get too deep, but like
Sure.
we made like this was like basically all of us, like me and my friend, our first song. It wasn't the one that made like Oxford with me his first song, but like we put out this song like December 2017, and it was like my friend, because I was like real like scared to put out music. My friend like, yo, we gonna put this song out and we gonna do what we gotta do. I'm like, bro, we need to wait and see what happens and get our
Mm.
sound right. And then he's like, nah, bro, we got. He wasn't listening to like anything I was saying,
Right.
and he just
Full
like,
steam ahead. Like, we're
yeah, like
going with this. We're
I
doing it.
thank him for that because like I was like, oh man, it's not right, and this has to sound like this, and he was just like going like because we put it out and then people liked it and people were like, yo, what is this? Slave to the Ground? Like everybody was like, I think we got like maybe 200-300
Oh yeah.
views, whatever it was, like listens, like
Oh,
in the first week, and then my like it's like that's pretty big, like
right.
and
Definitely.
to us,
For the first song and
and
put it out. Yeah.
yeah, so that gave him like an adrenaline rush. Like he
Mm,
was he
mm,
was going, he was going, he was going, because I'm still trying to find my sound. Because my thing, and this is what I'm trying to still like understand. Like I sometimes like I don't want to be like the freestyle guy rapping all the time. I really do want to be on like a melodic, more soulful kind of sound. I just like doing that, like person. I like the freestyle, like the rap. So it was like I was finding my sound. So I was like just one song would sound like this. One song I'd just be rapping. One song would sound very super soft, very soulful, R&B-ish. And then it got to a point maybe around, I'll say this year is when I really like found my sound. I'll say this year because 2 years, like 18, 19, I was throwing stuff to the wall. And then I started to realize, okay, I want to stick with one thing. If I do anything that's different, I'll just be like for Instagram purposes.
Okay, yeah, I noticed you posted a clip on Instagram and you're talking about how maybe a couple years ago you did a flow, and then just because you've been like consistent practicing and just, making songs the way you would attach it or the way you would attack it now, you would have been able to like deliver like way better. So it
Yeah,
sounds.
I think you're talking about the freestyle. I think it was like this week.
No, this might have been a couple weeks ago.
Couple, yeah, because I post. Man. Yeah. But if you can show me, then I'll know.
Okay, yeah, but it sounds like you've been kind of growing and just been consistent with just with rapping and trying different things out. Yeah, I think, even from like the first project to this one, I could see how I see more of like the Anderson pop like influence on Freshman than I do on the first project.
Yeah, because I want to go that route. I want to go a lot more like soulful, like groovy type of vibes. Because I don't know, like when I made Kitchen, I was like, yo, like people really like that song. Like how people like groove, people like Kitchen. Like, and I remember I remember people just sending me trap beats at one point. I was like, it's like, I was like, I'm not feeling this, bro. Like, I don't want to be that dude. Like, I don't want to be the dude that's lyrical, miracle. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, I love it. I love that side, but I don't want to be the guy that's just like just all the time. And then it's like I can't have not like because I noticed that there was a big difference when I made Rendezvous, and there was like some people that was like what is this like, and I was like hey bro, this is what I like. It felt different because I was like, this is what I really enjoy. Like it felt just different in me. Like I love that other stuff, but it's like at the end of the day, like I got to do what I want.
Yeah, for sure, man. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy, the soulful songs. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
seems, like you're a versatile artist. Like you're able to do the raps and singing. Yeah, man, definitely. And I think, that just makes you well-rounded. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah. For Rendezvous, how did that collaboration come together with?
A friend helped me out with that. Like Instagram is so powerful, bro. It's like unbelievable. So it's like I think because I wrote the song, I wrote the hook, and I just needed I just need a singer on it. I waited like a while. It was like if you're a female, you could sing, like hit me up, or if you know somebody, hit me up. And then one of these people I was talking to, he's like, oh, I know this girl, her name's Afria, hit her up. It took a little minute, it took like maybe 2-3 months, because she sung it on like her I think earphones speaker, and it didn't sound right. Like I tried to mix it like with me and my mentor, and he was like, yeah, we can't get this right. So then we end up going to the studio. She sung it there, and then I already knew like I want to do a music video for this because I always had this like, I guess from like watching like these love music videos and like listening to like Wale songs. I'm like, yo, I got it, because that was like the easiest concept I felt like I can pull off. Because my thing with music videos is like, I don't know, like I have to have some type of concept to it. It has to have something to it, and I can't just be in front of a car rapping. Like I can't just like my first video, like it was my first, like that was the only video like I edited myself. But like that was good for the moment. Like I enjoyed it because it was like, okay, damn, like what more can I do? And then when I did like Rendezvous, it was like, oh shoot, okay, like this is like, it has like a story behind it, and is real cool and stuff like that. So that's that. I hope to work with her again. I think we did something one time, but like I have to probably bring her back to the studio again. But I hope to work with her again and do something cool. But like she might be on like the next project.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, it's a great song. I was listening to like DJ Khaled, and he was talking about how Miami like really influenced his sound because there's so, I guess, so many different genres and stuff. I was curious if like Miami has influenced your sound and like your music or
Not
maybe.
as much to be honest, but I do like respect those before me, and I really do want to wear like Miami on my sleeve if I can when I get to that point. I really do want to be like having a song with Rick Ross. I wouldn't like mind having a song with even Little Pump. But oh yeah, quick story on that. Like I actually went to school with Little Pump because
Oh, really?
but like he was like a grade I think before me. I think he was like 6th grade when I was in 8th. I didn't know he like not to like this or anything. I didn't know he like existed because he looked completely different. Like
Oh, okay.
but that's pretty cool. And like Denzel Curry, I
Oh,
would love to make a song with him too, like because he's from Florida. So yeah, Florida is pretty different in sounds, and like you got like people like Kodak. I forgot some of these other guys' names, but like you do have some pretty cool people. Trick Daddy, he's another legend from there too as well. So it's like you got things from here, things from there, but I do want to have like something from Florida where it's like, damn, like that soulful thing, like what Chance is to like
uh,
Chicago, basically.
right, right. Yeah. And I guess one today's, era too, we're kind of, we're obviously from our regions, but you're also like from the internet. So we all have access
Yeah,
to the same songs. So, we're able to get just a wide range of influences. Yeah. I feel like we covered quite a bit here, man. Is there anything else you want to touch on or let the people, know?
um, and not too much, but I'd probably like give out my socials and
Yeah,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that.
Yeah, where can they follow you and what are you promoting right now?
Right. Oh yeah. Right now, I'm promoting. I actually want to start promoting like Groove again because I think I can just get so much more from that song. Right now it's What's the Move. I haven't really been promoting it like that because I'm actually like kind of taking a step back and I'm like, okay, I don't want to be at the point where I don't know what like January looks like and February looks like. So I really want to start preparing for like next year because I'm starting to realize that nothing is like promised ever. So
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what
I
2021 is
feel like
gonna do to us, man.
yeah, I know
So
like vaccines and when people are comfortable and all that. Yeah.
yeah, so I have like some crazy like I have a song called Black Queen that I did in the studio not too long ago. That song I'm really excited to put out. I just have to tweak some things, but I do want to do a music video for that. I think that might be my next one or something else. I think, but I do plan to shoot that. It's just with like this COVID stuff. It's keeping yourself safe and your people safe, and it's hard like because I really want to do a video. I got people in it and everybody's here and we having a good time, and it's hard like you got to think about mask and all this, so it's
Right.
hard, bro. So
Yeah.
that's something I definitely want to do. But as far as right now, yeah, What's the Moves? That's the latest song out. I definitely, it's almost at 1K.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get, we can get there. But my socials, everything is Little Yellow. Instagram's Little Yellow 99. YouTube's Little Yellow. Dang, what else? Twitter, Little Yellow. TikTok, Little Yellow.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Everything, yeah, Little Yellow.
All right. Sweet, man. Well, yeah. Thank you for being on. Really glad to have you, man, and chop it up and get to know you deeper. Yeah. Everybody go follow him. Listen to the music.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. Yeah, it's nice. Like, yo, like I like this type of stuff, man. I like the vibe, man. Wishing you the best, man. Like with all this, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I
And
appreciate.
if you need any like artists, like you want to like interview, like reach out to me and I can just send you them. Cause I did that. I did one not too long ago, and I just sent her like a bunch of like artists.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
need any, like, yeah, if you need some people, like, let me
Hmm.
know.
Oh, that's good to know, man. Yeah, we'll definitely have to. We'll stay in contact, man.
Oh yeah, most def, most def.